continue to send a message that it's okay to commit these crimes by not doing anything as a community.
South Chicago, 1690 AM. Y'all, we are having, you know what could be considered an epic roundtable. Epic. When I say epic, I mean epic. I mean, what else do you get? Attorney Kimberly Ogoin, she got letters at the front and the back of her name. You get a world-traveled philosopher, scholar. Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you tell me he's a philosopher?
Yes.
Salim Muwakil. And then, y'all, if that ain't enough, we getting our vibranium straight in this mug, because we got the queen of Wakanda. That's right, Amara Inya. And y'all, we are talking about the state of affairs in Black Chicago.
Did you go to WakandaCon, by the way?
I certainly did. I did a panel on Sunday.
Oh,
yeah, but see, I told you she was the queen. Did I see you with Van Jones?
Yes, you did.
You know, I was gonna tell a joke, right? I was gonna tell a real, because I was gonna be like, Van, you could see, I like Van, you should have waited. I was gonna be like, Van, you should have waited, dog. You should have waited. You could have got the queen of Wakanda. You got the queen of...
You rested.
You had a whole lot more credibility.
Right. I was like, now see, I bet you wish that was the meme, right? Like, a meme this, because boy, Van Jones... Let me stop. I'm going to leave Van Jones alone, because he already mad. You know, I was trying to get down there, but I was thinking that last time he was on the show, he wasn't very happy with us. He was like, wait a minute. What did you say? We don't care about no immigration policy.
Yeah. I'll say that.
All right, y'all. So let me talk to you all about the state of Black people nationally, and then locally. Compare and contrast, and is there a difference, and why? Because it seems like I talk to Black people all around the country, and they like, they like, this is great. The Donald Trumpness of it all does not bother them. The Donald Trumpness of it all does not bother them, right? They are like, we're doing well. Like, I got friends in Texas and friends in all these other places, and it seems like they're blowing up. Talk to me about the affairs of Black folks here compared to the world. We are the bluest state in the country, in the Midwest, you know, by the way.
Well, I think we can start, if we look locally, we should just start by looking at every metric of Black life here. We can look at unemployment, we can look at housing, we can look at education, achievement. By most metrics, we've actually gone backwards in some respects, and that is very telling. Regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, the facts are what they are. The fact that 250,000 Black folks have moved out, been pushed out of the city of Chicago is a fact. It doesn't matter who you support, whether locally or nationally, there are policies in place that have led to those facts. And anyone that is disputing or not acknowledging those facts is not living in reality and is not serving the interests of Black people.
Yeah, Alden Lowry's research that the brother you had on recently made that very clear. Metropolitan Planning Council, just
a number of 5 signals, by the way.
Yeah, just how badly we are doing, and it's not just Chicago. They're national statistics that make similar kinds of points about how we are deteriorating as an economic entity. As a group.
Well, I just keep seeing the reports that say I just heard someone say we spend $1.2 trillion and we deteriorating economically. How is that?
It's in the numbers. Just we are behind everyone. Economically, the income level, housing, we're at a 50-year low. We own fewer houses now than we did in 1968. And This is real. These are numbers.
Yeah, and looking at black wealth and generational wealth and the inability to really, I mean, there's just a huge gap. When we talk about income inequality globally, the stagnated wages, particularly affecting black folks. When you talk about generational wealth, meaning the wealth that you can pass on to your kids to give them a leg up, our millennials are actually making less money and have less wealth than their parents before them. So there isn't the stability. So it is a decline in quality of life by every standard for the black community, whether folks here in Chicago or in Texas or in Florida care to admit.
But let me ask you a question, Mays. The idea that you said you have got friends in other places like Texas, and we've got enclaves all over where black people are doing well right here in Chicago. Do you find that to be dangerous? Because they feel like their way of life, you know, it must be those people over there, they just have a problem. They're not working hard enough. They're not trying hard enough. Because I see that to be kind of a very dangerous and a very big issue in the African-American community.
So how many people here are entrepreneurs? How many people have ever owned a business in the black community?
One.
Have you ever, what was probably one of your most significant issues? I can tell you what mine has always been.
Mine was simply patronage. I had a health food store.
Let me tell you that. Man, if you ain't selling, did you have no hot chips? Where did you have this health food store?
In Jersey.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you opened up a health food store in the black neighborhood, bro, I'm just here to tell you. Right, you and about 6 other people, right? And Annette, right? I'm going to tell you, though, guys, that there are workforce challenges. There are workforce challenges that are just undeniable as a business owner. And I do believe that there are people in our community who want a check but do not necessarily want to work. Or they think they want to work, but they really just want a check. And I do not think, I feel like we think that there's going to be some sort, I keep saying ain't no Calvary, and it ain't no magic bullet. And so if you know that the person on the other side of the wall is pushing against you, and you say, stop pushing, it's falling on us, and they keep pushing, do you keep letting the bricks fall on you, or do you start to say, what bricks, what can we put in place? Like, you know, my thing would say, can we start with the corner stores, right? Can you start with, if you know that the den of iniquity in our neighborhood is the corner store, right? Can you get, can Amara assemble the warriors? Salim assemble the financiers? Kim do the legal documentation, and we open up a store and the brother's staring at the other store and say, you can't open right here? Can we start to look at where the economy is in our community and start recontrolling the things that we can control? Because I feel like we're talking about external forces. Mm-hmm. That's going to require you to re-elect, re-vote, redo, and have a systemic change. But are there things that we can start right now that start to move us forward?
I think so, and I'm always one who talks about the accountability of elected officials and administrations because we pay tax dollars, so we're entitled to the same things that other communities get. But as someone who, just speaking to your point, who I manage a Chamber of Commerce and deal with issues with small businesses all the time, and what happens with the challenges of hiring people that can consistently come to work, what I've seen is that we do have to start right where we are. There are some issues that arise, I think, from having multiple generations that have not worked consistently. So the culture of work, the culture of getting up at a certain time, of putting on whatever uniform, of going somewhere to work, of persisting there after the first check, right? These are things that within stable family and community structures, you got almost through osmosis, right?
But we ain't got that now.
So to me, that's one of the areas where we can put our focus, that is starting within the home and within the community.
All right, y'all. So y'all got me confused because it seemed like y'all saying what the mayor just said. Look, it's the Talk of Chicago, 1690. We'll be back.
More of the morning show with Mays Jackson coming up on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
The Black Harvest Film Festival is back August 4th through 13th, so make plans this month to be at the Gene Siskel Film Center. This is the 24th year of celebrating the Black experience and the African diaspora with a combined total 60 narrative features, documentaries, and short films. Highlights this week include the documentary Ali and Cabot, The Tales of the Tapes, Brothers Clashing in Then There Was Joe, Green Days by the River, based on the noted Caribbean novel, and shorts program International Visions. The festival continues through August 13th. You can purchase individual tickets or buy a festival pass. For more information, visit SiskelFilmCenter.org/Black Harvest or call 312-846-2800.
Family, work, life? You're busy, and your on-the-go lifestyle doesn't leave you a lot of free time. In the midst of your day-to-day hustle, you can't waste time looking for a free ATM. At Wintrust, we don't charge you extra to access your money. With Total Access Checking, you can use any ATM nationwide for free. Whether you're grabbing cash to pay back a friend or to pay your hairdresser, whenever you need your money, you've got total access. Visit wintrust.com/TAC for info. Member FDIC.
This traffic report is brought to you by Burlington. Make Burlington